Gunners defender, Benjamin White, has been left out of Gareth Southgate's squad. Ahead of the 3 Lions upcoming friendlies against Brazil and against Belgium this month, the England gaffer was asked why he decided to leave the Arsenal man out. This is what he said. Very interesting.
John McDermott had a call from Edu last week to say that Ben didn't want to be considered for England squads at this time. For me, that's a great shame. He's a player I really like. He's a player that we took to a Euros when he was at Brighton, a player that we took to the World Cup. I spoke to him post-Qatar because I was keen to pick him, and there was clearly reticence on his side. I don't know fully why that is. I have to respect that. And so the only other thing I would say is there is no issue between us at all. And I also should say there's never any issue with Steve Holland.
0371 722 3344. I think this is going to be an interesting debate, okay? Because I'll be honest, I don't think we know the whole story. It can't just be that he asked John McDermott, Edu to phone up John McDermott and say, I don't want to be available, and that's it. It just can't be that.
There's obviously something that he doesn't like. I mean, when I played, like even getting that call up to go play for my country, I'll never forget the first time I ever got that call up. Just played Sunderland away at Charlton, scored 2. Didn't think it was. Never in my wildest dreams. I thought I was getting picked for the 21s because I'd been in the England 21s for a while.
Yeah.
On the coach phone, get a text message. You've been selected for the full national team. Like, someone's having a laugh. One game, someone's having a laugh. Nah, not having it. Left it. Completely left it. Phone rings. Hi Darren, it's Michelle. You've been selected. It was a wind up, but getting that call there at that time was like, oh my goodness. It almost
like you won the lottery, right?
Like I won the lottery.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. And every single time I got called up, I absolutely loved it. Being amongst England's best, you almost like, it's a badge of honour. But some people are just different. Like some people who I know, like hated it, and I always used to think, like,
what did they hate?
You'll get some players that are just like, do you know what? I know I'm not going to play. I've got no chance of playing. There are about 3 or 4 people in front of me in my position. I'm going to go there for 10 days, 2 weeks, not play any minutes, and for what reason? I'd rather stay at home. But then I said I know players that would at least would do the honourable thing, would go there, get there, and go, got an injury, and leave. So the only thing I say about Ben White, although I wouldn't do that I would always want to go. At least he's been honest straight away and gone, I don't want to go. Other players do go and go, do you know what?
It's a big thing to turn your country down. He's turned his back on his country. I can only go on what I know, right? Now, if he's listening to this and he's thinking, Goldstein, you don't say that because you don't know the truth. I don't know the truth, but I can only go on what I know, right? So I can only pass comment on what's out there. I think that's fair, right?
But is it an age thing as well? Because haven't we in the past seen other players? Did Carragher not say he's not playing for England anymore?
That was towards the end of his career. Players have Scholes has done it towards the end of his career.
I remember Vardy did it because he was like, he's not getting any minutes behind Harry, so I get that. But
also, when you're in that position, right? I know he's predominantly right back, but he has played centre half. I think you bought him as a centre half, right? We're not blessed with centre halves. No. And if his argument is I'm probably not going to get a game, well, you might, right? And you're going away. Sorry, Benny. And you're going away from a major tournament, and you're representing your country.
Well, there's no guarantees he goes to the major tournament. That's the thing.
Well, he's not. His guarantee's not now.
Potentially, but listen, if that's
he's in such great form for Arsenal.
If that's his decision, then I can't throw him under the bus and go, it's a disgrace. I don't think it's a disgrace, but unfortunately, some people are just built differently. Some people would go tooth and nail to right to the very end. They can't walk to play for England, and others are just like not as patriotic.
But Faker Others made a very good point, and that was that if one day he decides, actually, I've changed my mind, as football fans, are we like, no, too late, mate. You had your chance, you missed it.
You say that, right? And okay, if Ben White was Jude Bellingham, and Jude went, nah, I want to start at Madrid, right?
Yeah.
And then further down the line, he went, do you know what? I want to play for England. I guarantee everyone would welcome him back with open arms. People wouldn't be like, nah, he should.
Yeah, but he wouldn't turn his back on his country.
No, but again, I'm with you. I don't know why Ben White would just go out there. I don't want to go, but you can't kill him for it.
Steve from Crowbar has texted in saying, I think it's refreshing that someone has declined an opportunity to play for England. Why? Unnecessary stress. You're never going to win anything. And you can concentrate on your club, which pays your wages. Well,
no, listen, playing for your country for me was the greatest honour.
Yeah.
And I've always said that. But I'm different to Ben White. Ben White might not see it that way. He might think, do you know what? This little bit of time we've got, because Arsenal don't play till the 31st, is it, or something crazy against Man City? He might be like, do you know what? Nah, I've been playing a lot of football. I want to break. I don't want to go. So he might be prioritising Arsenal than England.
Arsenal fans will be hearing that news thinking, unbelievable news.
Yeah, but not all Arsenal fans will be happy with it.
They will?
No, they won't.
Why?
Some Arsenal fans will be like, well, hold on. You should be playing for England. You shouldn't get...
Yeah, but you don't want it now with what you've got, the run into the Premier League and last 8 of Champions League. You want him fit.
Yeah, you won't get... I'm telling you now, you won't get every single Arsenal fan going, yeah, I'm buzzing. Some will be disappointed.
Right. If you're a disgruntled Arsenal fan, 03717222344. We'll take calls in the whole of next section, but let's take a few now, shall we? Tony is an Arsenal fan. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Darren.
Hi, mate. You're
How
right.
are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to say, Andy, you're using sort of phrase like it's a disgrace and stuff like that. Honestly, I just think you've got to respect...
No, I didn't say that. I said some people would consider it a disgrace. Which they have. Here you go. I'll read out a text to you. This one's just come in as you've phoned up. Block Capital should never play for England again. Disgraceful, I'm afraid. No problem. You've made your decision. Never be called up again. So that's the general consensus of what football fans are saying, Tony.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think you've got to respect his decision. He's obviously got his reasons. Another thing with Ben that I admire him for, and look, Andy, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not coming at this from an Arsenal angle. Another thing, he's been asked before, or he's said before, he doesn't watch football away from Arsenal. And again, in a big way, I admire him for that. He leads his life. That's what he wants to do.
But Tony, I get what you're saying, Tony. But what about who do you say England's most important player is? Kane? Harry Kane?
Yeah, probably right. Kane. Bellingham, you've got to put in there at the moment.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning, you read a report saying Harry Kane's decided not to join England for the Euros, he's had enough? Would you go, yeah, okay, fair enough? Or would you go, that's disgusting?
No, Andy, I'm going to say it again. If that's what he said, that's fair enough in my book. I wouldn't be using phrases like, it's disgusting, it's a disgrace. That's his decision. And I just think you've got to respect. It's not like we're asking him to go to war, is it? You're asking him to play football for England.
Yeah, of course.
It's not. Look, and also it's a great honour. I get what Darren said. Darren. Big up to Darren. Oh, actually, you're great on that show, Darren. But
not the best, though, is he?
He's not
the best on the show.
You're half decent, Andy.
Okay, I'll take that time. Thanks.
Yeah, okay. No, but honestly, that's my view. You're not asking them to go to war. You are.
No, I get that. I get it. Tony, have we spoke to you before?
No, you haven't. Right. First time I've...
Make sure you call back. I like speaking to you, Tony. Make sure you call back.
All right, mate. No worries.
Have a good day.
Care, boys.
Thanks, Tony.
All the best.
Listen, he makes a good point, right?
At least he's been honest.
Yeah, and also in football, we're very quick to go, it's just great, get him sacked, get him up. And we should respect his decision. It's almost like it's a backhanded compliment, right? Because he's so good, we're a little bit aggrieved that he's not going.
Do you know what, though, as well, for Ben White? He'll understand by making his decisions, because it's a big one, that potentially it might harm him further down the line. So he will definitely be like, if he's comfortable doing it now, and people probably would say to him, I'm guessing he's got good people around him. I'm sure Edu and Arteta would have spoken to him. They would have said, listen, you're doing that now, it might affect your England going forward. Right. And he's probably clearly gone, I'm fine with that.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I asked you off air, I said, Bentley, do you know the reason? And you said no, right? So you know as much as I do about this scenario.
Yeah, I can find out quite quickly.
Okay, but here's my question for you, just from what you know, which is basically what we all know, right? Do you think if Southgate left, it's a great question you asked to Faye, do you think he would reconsider playing for the national side?
Well, that would be an issue. That would be the question, because if he all of a sudden he went, no, I'm fine, then that means it's an issue between Southgate and Steve Holland.
But what do you think?
I think if he keeps playing at the level he is, which is very high and playing really well, and Kyle Walker, who we think is the best and should start, there's no argument, no debate, he's getting older, by the way, so he can't be that forever.
By the way, we did think Kyle Walker was the best till he let us down twice this week.
Yeah,
he's not the best anymore, Kyle Walker.
Yeah,
Gary Neville over Kyle Walker every day of the week.
Well, Carl, that's not me saying that. That's Andy Goldstein.
That's talkSPORT Drive saying that.
No, that's Andy Goldstein. But no, I
bet Gary Neville wouldn't let us down.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.